We're diving deep into the top 3 most valuable Lincoln pennies ever discovered. Did you know that a single penny in your pocket could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars? That's right. Some rare Lincoln pennies have stunned collectors and investors with jaw-dropping auction prices. The rarest 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny, including its history, extraordinary value ranging from $1,000 to $50,000 plus, and a gripping introduction to captivate viewers until the very end. What if I told you there's a 1964 Lincoln Penny hiding in plain sight that could make you rich? I'm talking about a coin so rare and mysterious that only about 30 are known to exist, and one has sold for over $50,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000 for a penny minted in 1964. To understand the 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny, we first need to travel back to the early 1960s. The United States Mint was under intense pressure. Coin shortages were spreading nationwide, and the public was hoarding silver coins. This created a major crisis for the Treasury. In response, the Mint shifted its focus away from proof coin sets, errors or varieties linked to the 1964 SMS Lincoln Penny, experimental strike, value, $7,000 to $15,000. Die polishing lines and die state anomalies, value, $10,000 to $30,000. Extra thick rim or high rim, value, $5,000 to $10,000. Double die obverse, value, $25,000 to $60,000 plus. Off-center strike, value, $50,000 or more due to being one of a kind. Auction sales price. When the first known 1964 SMS penny surfaced at auction, experts were stunned. These coins began fetching massive sums. In 2004, one example sold for $20,000. In 2016, a nearly perfect specimen graded SP68 by PCGS sold for a jaw-dropping $47,000. In recent private sales, collectors have paid up to $50,000 or more, especially for high-grade specimens with clear SMS features. Even lower-graded versions can command $1,000 to $10,000, depending on condition, die diagnostics, and provenance. Today, we're diving into the jaw-dropping world of the 1964 DS SMS Lincoln Penny, a coin so rare that fewer than 2 are known to exist, and one of them has sold for as much as $48,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $48,000 for a single penny. Imagine finding a single penny so rare, so mysterious, and so valuable that it could instantly turn you into a 5-figure fortune holder. We're not talking about gold coins or silver dollars, we're talking about a humble Lincoln cent, minted in 1964 with a secret twist. Background: to understand the rarity of the 1964 DS SMS Lincoln Penny, we have to first travel back to a chaotic and pivotal year in U.S. mint history, 1964. The early 1960s saw the United States dealing with a nationwide coin shortage. Silver prices were rising, people were hoarding coins, and the U.S. Mint was scrambling to keep up with demand. In response, minting facilities went into overdrive. Errors and varieties on the 1964 DS SMS Lincoln Penny. While the coin is rare as is, there are a few known examples with die varieties and minor anomalies that significantly increase their intrigue and potential value. Double die obverse, DDO. Value, $25,000 to $50,000 plus. Die gouges or die scratches. Value, $15,000 to $30,000. Missing mintmark struck through or grease-filled die. Value, $30,000 plus if authenticated as a genuine SMS coin without mintmark. Die clash marks. Value, $20,000 to $40,000. Struck on experimental planchet. Value, $50,000 to $100,000 plus. Auction sales records. Let's talk money, because if you're watching this, you're probably wondering just how much this elusive coin is actually worth. In 2021, one of the only known 1964 DS SMS Lincoln cents, graded SP66RD, red, by PCGS, sold for an astounding $48,300 at a public auction. That's more than most luxury vehicles, and we're still talking about one penny. Another specimen, certified SP64RD, reportedly fetched over $20,000, despite being a slightly lower grade. Even speculative estimates suggest that if a third example were to emerge in pristine condition, it could shatter records, possibly commanding $50,000 to even $75,000, due to intense collector demand and microscopic supply. And here's what makes it even crazier. because so few are known, any new discovery could create a media sensation, sending the value sky high. The most rare 1983 copper Lincoln penny, including its history, errors, and jaw-dropping values from $1,000 to $50,000 or more, opens with a high-energy, captivating introduction to grab viewers and keep them. What if I told you that a single penny in your pocket, one that you might toss in a jar or forget under your couch cushion, could be worth $10,000, $20,000, or even $50,000? No, this isn't a fantasy. This is the astonishing reality of one of the most elusive coins in American history. The historical. To understand why this penny is worth a small fortune, we have to rewind the clock to 1982, a pivotal year for the U.S. Mint. In 1982, the Mint made a massive decision due to rising copper prices. They switched the composition of the penny from 95% copper to a zinc core with copper plating. This made pennies cheaper to produce, saving millions annually. Know the errors. 1983 copper Lincoln penny, the 1983 Lincoln cent, especially rare ones like the copper planchet error, and discuss their potential values based on known auction records and collector demand. Copper planchet error. Value, $10,000 to $18,000 plus. Double die obverse, DDO. Value $150 to $500 plus $30 to $100. Off-center strike. Value, $20 to $300, $100 to $300 plus. Clipped planchet. Value, $25 to $75 up to $150 plus. Die crack or cut error. Value, $5 to $20, $50 to $200 plus. Real auction sales price. Now, let's talk numbers, because this is where jaws really drop. When one of these coins appears, collectors go into an absolute frenzy. These aren't casual purchases, they're investment-grade rarities. A verified 1983 copper penny sold at auction for over $15,000, and it wasn't even in perfect condition. One uncirculated example was valued north of $25,000, and experts believe a near-perfect MS-67 or higher could fetch $50,000 or more, depending on the market and demand. Comparison. To put this into perspective, a typical 1983 zinc penny is worth 1 cent. But if it's made of copper, you're talking a 5 million % increase in value. That's the kind of profit that turns everyday collectors into legends.